Good morning, journalists, and welcome back to week 6. Let me walk you through what we have coming up and then talk a little bit about what's going on my end and what you can expect to hear from me or see from me this week. So this week, you're going to finish out our expansion and revision rhythm by submitting rhetorical reflection number 1. If you click on the instructions for that, you are going to have access to what's a Google form. We're going to answer some questions. Off the top of my head, it's how many words are in your article thus far, how many sources included in your works cited, how many have you sipped from in the body of your article, what have you been working on in general, what's going well, what are you struggling with, and then very specifically, you're accessing rhetorical resources. So every week you get to choose one from background, which is a really good place to start, pathos, ethos, and logos. And so those are just a quick resource that you review from me as just another way to inspire and promote and potentially light up some little light bulbs in your mind to give you material, ideas for how you might tweak, adjust, refine, and grow your article over time, because we're trying to get from our 1,000 word starting point to our 3,000 word ending point, 3 to 5 sources to 10 sources minimum. So all of these different things that we're doing should help you get there. And I will not be responding to your articles yet. I will wait to receive your rhetorical reflections. So those are due Tuesday night. All right, due Thursday, complete some more research. That's at least 4 source evaluations total. Remember that you can continue drawing from sources that you already have in your works cited list, but what you're doing is lifting that works cited entry and plugging it into the worksheet style template that is provided in the research project page. So if you're on the research project page where all the instructions are, it says click here for the template. It gives you a Google document. It literally looks like a table worksheet. You copy and paste that into your article. So you're on your article, you add a tab. That tab is called source evals or research or whatever you want to call it. You paste in my template and you fill it out for each of your little sources. Okay, so you'll get to 4 total by Thursday night. You're also welcome to start going and getting the new research if you're like, I really want to look into this. I'll do those other ones later. I need new information. So go ahead and decide what works best for you. Okay, what can you expect from me? I will do my best to prioritize today and tomorrow, getting in there and leaving some quick preliminary comments on your source number 1. So that way, you get a little bit of feedback from me before things are due on Thursday night. And due is really about you guys. It's really about creating a little bit at a time, kind of a chipping away routine and rhythm to take the stress down a little bit. I know that's a weird trade-off though, because multiple deadlines can also be stressful. Just kind of map it out and you know yourself best. Come up with a plan that works for you. All right, so then Sunday, 2 more reviews. So hopefully last night you looked at 2 other journalists and you responded to their work. Make sure you follow the instructions that are linked to give you some shape for those reviews. I really want them in 2 paragraphs. So the first paragraph is, well, first of all, salutations, like, hey, so-and-so by name. First paragraph, 2 things that you really enjoy as a reader. As a reader, I was into this and here's why, and be specific. And the idea is sometimes when we're working on our own, we're tempted to delete things that people are actually that's really working. So the affirmations help keep things intact for that journalist. Say like, yeah, this is going well for you. It kind of takes some noise out of the mind so that then the writer can focus on the other things that need improvement. And that's your second paragraph, is your suggestions for improvement. So make sure you get both of those. You don't have to fix things in each other's articles. That's not really what we're looking for. We're trying to give each other momentum. So you could say, I don't know, it might just be me, but I guess like paragraph 2 was really exciting. And then when I got to paragraph 3, it felt like I had a hard time connecting with it. Or maybe it could be more personal. Or I believe it, but it'd be good to have more evidence for me personally. You caveat all of it with that, because you're just responding as a reader, as a genuine audience member. You could actually say, as a parent, it's really engaging for me because I've gone through this with my child. Or as someone who works in this field, have you considered this? Like, bring yourself to the table as an actual, authentic audience member and tell the writer about your perspective so that they can learn and grow in that idea of writing to multiple different people and trying to appeal to the multitudes. And that's your rhythm. And you'll do the same thing next week and the week after that. We'll be at this for a little bit. Okay, so I do have a question in my inbox that I think applies to everyone. I've kind of given you guys some clues right now about what I'm going to prioritize in terms of my comments and grading and what you can expect from me. Primarily, I'm going to be leaving comments on your actual Google document. I may leave a submission comment in this Canvas discussion space, just in terms of progress, like you're falling behind or you missed something. We'll see by the end of the week how that goes. So how do you know if I've given you credit for everything? Check the rubric. It'll be, I think I've set it up. If I haven't, I'm going to set it up today or tomorrow. So the rubric is the place where I'm going to be like, you got 1 source, you got 2 reviews, you've got 1 reflection. If it shows nothing, then I just haven't accounted for it yet. If it shows like incomplete or there's a note there, then you're going to know. I believe I set up the rhetorical reflections to, once you fill it out, it sends you an email back telling you that it's been submitted. It gives you a copy of your reflection. If not, leave me a comment below. I might be able to adjust those settings. That's what I wanted to do, but I'm in the midst, like I've said before, of improving and making some changes to this section of the course. So it's going to come with like a couple steps forward, step backwards. I'm taking a leap, trying to make it better. What else can I provide for you guys? If there's something that would be helpful, don't be timid. Leave a comment below and let me know if you think it would benefit the whole group. I will do my best to accommodate you guys. I'll only throw in one little caveat. This Wednesday, I have to work with a student staff to get our annual arts magazine published. It's due to the printers this Wednesday. So probably for the first part of the week, I'm going to do my absolute best, like I said, to get in there and give you guys source evaluation responses. But I'll just be honest, I'm not sleeping. This is my most intense part of the year, honestly, because it goes to the printers. It's over $10,000 that we spend. We're going to print 950 books. We're going to throw a gigantic spring arts festival the first week of June. You're invited. It's really fun, but just side note, that's what I've got going on. So if I'm a little funky for the start of this week or even like the end of last week, the Canvas thing mixed with the arts festival, and really trying to meet that print deadline, it's just kind of a perfect storm. I think I'm doing all right, but if you're wondering, like, where is she? It's just because I'm multitasking extra right now, and after Wednesday, I'm going to feel a huge sense of relief that that wonderful project is off to the printers. So exciting stuff, but a real magazine too. So maybe someday Exchangers will go to print. I don't know. All right, I hope you guys have an awesome week. Like I said, you can comment below if it benefits the whole group. You can email directly if it's personal. If you're waiting on email replies from me, I'm going to prioritize some of the kicking out of comments first, and then I'll go in and do those individual interactions with you very soon. Have a good one.